It's Throwdown Thursday on Sports Card Investor, and oh my, do we have an epic battle today. LeBron versus Giannis. Whose cards should you buy from an investment standpoint?
My name is Jeff Wilson. By day, I invest in tech companies, and at night, I invest in sports cards. Join me on my journey to profit from the hobby we all love.
Hello, sports card investors, and welcome to another episode. And wow, this is going to be a fun one because I have the honor of sitting here and analyzing the cards of two of the greatest players in the NBA, LeBron and Giannis. And I have to make the decision whose cards are better from an investment standpoint. What a decision that is going to be, because goodness, we are talking about these amazing players, and these guys' cards have been on fire. They've had this amazing price increase. Even over the last few weeks, their cards have been nuts. I talked about that in my last video. But today, we got to figure out if you could only buy one. If you could only buy one of LeBron rookies or one of Giannis's rookies, whose card are you going to buy? So when I have to approach a decision like this, I like to look at a tail of the tape. Let's look at these two guys and let's look at how they measure up against each other in categories that actually matter when you're evaluating a sports card to invest in. So first of all, let's look at age. LeBron, 35 years old. Giannis, 25 years old. Now, with my style of sports card investing, I prefer the younger player with upside because I like to get in on players relatively early who have the ability to do things during their career that are going to cause their cards to go up and up and up. That's when I like to invest. Now, there are plenty of other people out there, including plenty of you, who prefer to go for the players that are closer to the Hall of Fame. You prefer to go for the players that are maybe later in their career, or maybe they're retired and they're on track to get into the Hall of Fame. Those are safer investments because those guys are already proven. They're already Hall of Famers. That is a safer bet. I like to go for the guys younger in their careers because they tend to have more upside potential. Now, in this case, you could argue that LeBron, even though he's age 35, still has a lot of upside potential. He can still win titles. He can win titles with the Lakers, and that is true. But Giannis is only 25. He's got many great years ahead of him. He might win a title with the Bucks this year. He, by the way, might also land on a different team next year. We don't know what the next many years hold for Giannis, but it's going to be exciting to watch, and I wouldn't be surprised if several of those seasons of Giannis's ahead result in titles. So in the category of age, I'm going to give the tail of the tape to Giannis. Now let's look at GOATness. Which one of these guys has the most potential to be the greatest of all time? Well, we kind of know already. Right now, LeBron is pretty far ahead in the GOATness category. I mean, I don't have to tell you, LeBron has won 4 MVP awards. He's won 3 championships. Of course, he's been in the finals a ton of times above that. He's won 3 finals MVPs, 16 times All-Star, and he transcends beyond basketball. He's the 3-time AP Athlete of the Year, and of course has done a lot of great community work and various things. Hey, Giannis may do some of that as well. But right now, all Giannis has to show is 1 MVP award from last year, no NBA championships, never been to the NBA Finals. So this is an easy check mark in LeBron's side. In the category of GOATness, that check mark goes to LeBron. Now let's talk about their chances of winning a championship this year. Because as a sports card investor, one of the things that I always like to look for, I'm always going to favor guys who have the potential to have a championship run. Because as I've said on the show before, if you look back historically, Players who go on a championship run typically are ones who are going to see a boost in their card prices. Getting to the championship and winning a championship is always good for a player's card prices. So what are the Vegas odds currently of the chance of the Bucks to win the championship versus the chance of the Lakers to win the championship? Obviously, both of these teams are in great shape to potentially win the championship, and Vegas has them as such as well. Vegas actually has the Bucks as the number one favorite right now to win the NBA championship. They are at plus 225, which basically means they have a 2.25 to 1 shot of winning the championship. The Lakers, though, aren't very far behind. They are plus 275. So the Lakers are 2.75 to 1 to have a chance of winning the championship. So both are in really good position. Now, here's the difference. The Bucks have a lock. They have a lock on making the finals because in the East, their next closest competitor currently, according to the Vegas odds, is Boston. And Boston is plus 1,800 to win the championship. So 18 to 1. Whereas in the West, the Lakers are plus 275 and the Clippers are plus 275, which means that Vegas thinks the Clippers and the Lakers have equal chances to make it to the championship. What that means to me is there's a lot greater chance that Giannis is going to be playing for an NBA championship this year than there is LeBron. So let's give a check mark to Giannis in the ability to potentially win a championship this year. Now let's talk about the X factor. Whenever you're evaluating a player to invest in, X factor is very important. The X factor can be anything that can make the guy stand out from the crowd. Sometimes the X factor is a player's swagger or a player's attitude or the fact that the player, does something different than what anyone else in the league does, such as when Steph Curry was hitting 3-point shots from midcourt. That was an X factor in Steph Curry's favor. In this case, both of these guys have a lot going for them, but I'm giving the X factor to LeBron. And the reason why is LeBron is now on the Lakers. And if LeBron can bring a title to LA, it will just further cement his legacy and it will just set his card prices further on fire. So the fact that LeBron has not yet won a championship with LA, but he has the opportunity to bring a title to Tinseltown, I think that gives LeBron the X factor. So we're tied. Going into the final measure, of who you should invest in, I'm going to look at their actual card prices. And in order to compare a LeBron rookie card and a Giannis rookie card, we've got to find cards that have similar population counts. I'm looking at PSA 10, and I'm going to PSA's population counts to try to find their premium rookie cards with similar population counts, because that means there's going to be similar scarcity of these cards. Now, Giannis's kind of iconic rookie card that a lot of people are chasing right now is his 2013 Prism, the Prism base from that year, card number 290. Back in 2013, Prism didn't officially have silvers like they do today. They did have these refractors called prisms. So it was like a prism, which was kind of the grandfather of silver. But those were so rare in 2013 that that's not a good comparison. His base card is a good comparison because Prism itself was not mass produced in 2013. So they're not super common. In fact, there are 2,430 of the 2013 Prism base cards of Giannis that have been graded by PSA, and of those, 1,943 have been graded a 10. Let's look over at LeBron. A lot of people are chasing LeBron's Topps rookie, his 2003 Topps base rookie number 221. And that's actually a pretty good comparison to Giannis's Prism silver. Now, there were more overall graded, 4,654 of Topps overall graded of that 2003 Topps base rookie of LeBron's. However, only 1,626 have gotten a 10. That is an extremely difficult card to get a 10 grade in. So there's actually, when we're comparing PSA 10 to PSA 10, there's actually less PSA 10, slightly less for LeBron's Topps base card than there is for Giannis's Prism base card. So I think that makes a pretty good comparison. Now, if you wanted, you could throw Topps Chrome into the mix, LeBron's Topps Chrome card into the mix, which a lot of people aspire to. Interestingly, there are more PSA 10s of LeBron's Topps Chrome card than there are of his Topps base card. While there are only 1,626 of the Topps base card PSA 10, there are 1,826, so 200 more, of his Chrome card in PSA 10. So that's kind of interesting to look at. Let's look at all three of these cards together. Let me go over here to my Market Movers data tool. And so what you see on the screen over here, the top line, this yellow line, is LeBron James Chrome card. So the Chrome card, the Topps Chrome 2003, is way more expensive than his base card, which, by the way, is kind of interesting considering the base card has less population count of PSA 10. Granted, I recognize that Chrome is typically more sought after than base. Although, if you compare this to Topps Baseball and what we're seeing today in Topps Baseball, Topps Baseball Chrome prices do not exceed base prices by that much. Certainly not this much. And what we've seen is a real separation in the prices between LeBron James Chrome and LeBron James base. That separation surprises me a little bit, actually, because the population counts, as I said, the base actually has a lower population, even though the Chrome is considered by many to be a more desirable card. Now, if you look at, so the base cards for LeBron are this pink line down here, and the Giannis card is the black line right above. So what you see is that the Giannis base card and the LeBron base card are right at the same price, like right at the same price. In fact, right now, they're both going for in the neighborhood of about $1,900 to $2,000, both of those cards are. And they've both had an incredible run this year, because if you go back even 90 days ago, both of those cards were going for somewhere in the neighborhood of about $500. So over the last 90 days, both of those cards have gone from about $500 to about $1,900 or $2,000. And then, of course, the LeBron Chrome card has gone even more crazy and has gotten way, way up there in price, starting to approach $8,000. But let's look at the two base cards. Who would I rather have? Knowing that they are the same price, would I rather have the Giannis Prism basketball base, or would I rather have the LeBron James Topps basketball base, both in PSA 10? If I had $2,000 and I could only buy one of these two cards, which is all you could afford for $2,000, which one would you buy from an investment standpoint? Folks, this is a tough one, but I am going to give the nod to LeBron. Sorry, Giannis, you are knocked out. I'm going with LeBron because he is the GOAT, or maybe the GOAT Jr. if you like Michael Jordan a little bit better, but LeBron is the GOAT, and he is a GOAT with upside. LeBron James can win another title. He can bring a title home to LA, whereas Giannis, while we all think he's going to win a lot of titles and we all think he could be wonderful, he hasn't proven it yet. So given that those guys are right at the same level, I'm giving a slight edge to LeBron, and LeBron wins this Throwdown Thursday. What do you think? Do you agree? Would you be buying LeBron or would you be buying Giannis? Let me know in the comments of my YouTube, or if you're listening to the podcast, join the Facebook group or the Discord chat, which you can get to by going to sportscardinvestor.com. And by the way, if you love conversations like this, you're going to love my card pick of the week, and you are going to love my trending card reports, which I only give to members. My membership program is only $9 a month. And for $9 a month, you can get this type of analysis from me every single week. And I suggest to you the best cards that I am buying and that I think you should be buying as well from an investment standpoint. Go to sportscardinvestor.com and click on the membership link to get more information about my membership program. Thanks, everybody. Really appreciate you watching today and look forward to seeing you back on Sunday for my next episode. Take care.